Hi, how are you both doing?
Hi,
Hey,
Wade.
Hannah.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Congratulations on Caddo Lake. I had a chance to check it out, and I thought it was a great little thriller mystery. I'm very excited for all my friends to see it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for
Thanks.
watching.
So I have to ask, M. Night Shyamalan was producer on the film. How hands-on was he during production, and was there anything you learned from him through the process?
You learned nothing.
Yeah.
No, joking. We learned so much. He was incredible.
I think we're like different filmmakers, now because
Different
of this
people, yeah.
experience for sure. Yeah.
He allowed us to really take the reins, to be the directors of this film. He was on set a handful of times, but he watched every daily and called us every day to tell us, like, it's going well, da, da, da," or like, I really don't think you got that moment, and which was really difficult to hear.
Yeah.
Um,
And then was really involved in the edit too in a really big way. So yeah, him and Blinding Edge, his company, everybody there, like they gave us so much of their time but really let us take the mantle of like making this film happen. But we couldn't have been more supportive.
And was that a similar experience from when you've worked on a Servant that was also a part of? Was he also very hands-on with that?
Yeah, totally. I think Servant, we were following in his footsteps in a lot of ways. Obviously, like in his filmmaking style and making sure that we were adhering to these kind of cinematic
Like the
like
language,
guidelines.
yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this film is our style and taste, and he really recognized that and allowed us to be ourselves. I think the one thing that he really taught us beyond anything, beyond the hundreds of other little things, was to be one-to-one with the audience. So to for a viewer watching, for them to really understand what's happening in this scene, in this moment with this character, that we're not lost, especially in this film. Because once you've lost your viewer, even for a scene, they don't want to come back. They disengage. They kind of clock out. So to keep them on board, he really made sure that our audience was fully aware of what was going on in every scene.
And did filming on location in the bayous present any unique challenges?
Yeah,
LOL.
it's like it was just so unique. Like we wore waders probably 85% of the time that we were filming because you're on this swampland, and the more that the crew walks through it, the more you churn up the ground and the earth. So you're really in just this like mud bath by the end of like a couple days in a location. We'd have to improvise, and you're driving around in these little boats where you can only fit a certain amount of crew and equipment. So to be really calculated about what you would bring, and just sort of like it ultimately became like very intimate shooting in a lot of respects when be able to boat a half hour out to this remote location. And we had just like the most incredible crew. We can't like say this enough of what a like bonding experience it was for all of these people that were so down, cast included, because we really asked a lot of them, and everybody showed up and was so game.
I'm remembering this really specific moment of our second AC carrying Eliza Scanlon on his back from
Yes.
one location to another across like a swampland when she was not in waders and he was. It was that kind of movie.
Yeah.
So since Caddo Lake is kind of a spooky kind of thriller mystery story, and since we're getting into Halloween season, are there any types of scary movies you like to watch during this time of year?
Like yeah, that we rewatch. Not really. I
Gosh,
mean,
I'm trying to think.
it's funny. I think we wouldn't all of these are movie tickets behind us and
Yeah.
in front of us here. So we Logan has saved movie tickets since 2003.
Yeah.
So maybe if we like really look through but some of our favorite kind of spooky-ish movies are things like
The Witch, honestly,
Ex
we keep coming
Machina,
back to a lot.
Ex Machina or It Follows, of course. Kind of these like more modern films we really love.
Yeah.
We're really honored to kind of like add to that genre.